Good afternoon again.
It's good afternoon.
Yeah, we're a little late, but so me and Tom again. Remember him? He's going to Alaska
Next
Monday,
week.
next week, Monday. So this is your last chance to subscribe to his channel now, before he disappears. No, we're here because a friend of ours got promoted to E8, a senior chief, and he seemed to get promoted at this ship behind us.
You can't see it
Yeah,
here. Move a little bit.
yeah, we'll get
Oh,
closer.
yeah, you can kind of see it.
So we're sitting in the park right next to the ship after everyone left already, and we're reminiscing because we actually went to boot camp in this specific area. So we were
27 years ago.
20. Wow,
27 years.
27 years ago.
You went a couple months before me.
Yeah, you went to boot camp when?
September.
I went July, so
When did you get out?
I think like
September.
August. Yeah, September. Yeah.
So
So
you-
we probably gave each other a high five.
Yeah, you were looking sharp and all like happy, and I come in and
Yeah.
I had my head hung down and
Yeah.
like, what did I get myself into?
I actually had a military haircut. Military haircut. Yeah. We probably gave each other a high five. You got off the bus crying,
Yeah.
and I got on the bus celebrating.
I don't think I ever squirted any tears
Really?
crying, but I did question myself.
Even during your graduation, you didn't cry?
No, I didn't. I didn't have nobody showed up for my graduation. My family didn't want to spend money to come out here for that. They knew I was gonna be flying back right afterwards, so they didn't come out here. They missed out. It was really nice. Of course, it's San Diego. It's always nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't cry during the graduation. I didn't get emotional about it. But I did. I distinctly remember. I don't know about you, but I distinctly remember waking up the morning after I got here. So I got here in the evening, and they check you in and yell at you and stuff, and they wake you up. And I remember standing out there, and probably the same as you, they have like footprints painted on the ground. Remember that?
Yep. Yep.
So they're like, get in line and stand on the footprints. And I remember standing there, and they're yelling at me at I don't know what time in the morning, because they didn't let us have watches or anything. So 4 in the morning, 5, whatever time it was. And I was like, what have I got myself into? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had any thoughts like that when you went through there, but that's just one that stands out in my mind 27 years later.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think for me, the scariest moment for me, and I wouldn't say scary, but it was like reality. They stuck us in the room, right? And we all had to sit or stand in front of a booth, like a bench. There was like a long bench, and everybody had to line up in front of that bench. And I remember one of the guys screaming and yelling, like, it's like, you are now, supposed to take off all your civilian attire, right? And you put it in this box or this bag, and
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
mail it home, whatever. And he's like, do that, you got less than 5 minutes. And then he's gone. So no one knew what to do, so everyone just started taking off things. And next thing you know, you had like hundreds of kids butt ass naked in the room. And he comes back and he's like, what the fuck is this? Put your clothes back on. And that's how you knew we were like, yeah, we really don't know nothing. All I remember is just standing like butt naked with 100 guys. It was crazy. It's like we didn't know what to think.
Well,
It's like, do you look straight? And there's ass in front of you. Do you look down? You know what I mean? You just didn't know where to look.
That's the military. for
Yeah,
you.
that's the
Standing
military,
around
like-
naked with a bunch of guys you don't know.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like I didn't know. It's like I looked forward and there's like an ass cheek. Like you look to your right and you're like It's like you just close your eyes. Like I hope this nightmare is over with.
Don't worry, it's only
Yeah.
8 weeks.
Yeah. The guy's all screaming. It's like, put your clothes back on. What are you guys doing? We're like, I thought you said to take off our civilian attire. It's not like we had a cell phone or a what. It's like, what is your definition of attire? Because when you're a kid, you're like, clothes, okay.
Well, it's just interesting that we're here on this spot and some of this stuff still exists.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat. Some stuff never changes,
Yeah.
You maybe you go back to your hometown, like you grew up there, and some stuff's still the same, and some stuff is completely different. And it's just nice that they left this wonderful ship that is one of only 2, I think, right? I think there's only 2 in the U.S. Navy that were, not sailing ships. This was a commissioned Navy ship. I don't believe it is anymore,
Yeah.
but it was a commissioned U.S. Navy ship.
Yeah. And we're gonna give you a tour around it. we're probably like the last few people that got to go to the San Diego boot camp
I thought it was
before
open
they
for
closed
about
it.
2 or 3 years. 93 or 94 they closed it, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, it was open at least a couple years, 1 or 2.
Yeah, because I know for us, they were screaming that, you know, it's like there's no setback, you gotta push forward. And you know how some people used to get held back and they would go like company later?
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, they were screaming like, we can't hold you back. Y'all have to figure out how to, you know, motivate yourself and graduate.
Yeah, I know it was.
Yeah.
I know it was open for at least a year after I went through.
After
so.
a year? Okay.
But yeah, they closed it in the early '90s. It was what during the BRAC years they called it, BRAC, base realignment and closure. When they got rid of NAS Miramar. See, we could talk about that. It's Top Gun. We could talk about that too.
Yeah, the Top Gun, yes.
Yeah, but Top Gun left Miramar and it became a Marine Corps Air Station instead. So yeah, it was crazy years in the '90s, early '90s, for the military anyway.
Hey, let's give them a tour of this place, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, this used to be a military base where they push boots, right? Now it's more of a park/hotel.
Yeah, it's stores,
Yeah.
restaurants, a little bit of housing.
Yeah, so if you ever visit in San Diego, it's called the Liberty Station. That's what they call it now.
Really nice place to go for a walk. There's a nice waterway up over here.
Yeah. Let me show you guys the waterway. Hold on. All right, check it out. You guys going down memory? Yeah, this is basically what this vlog is about.
Yeah,
so
old people.
yeah, so here's the water. So we got to talking. So this bridge is kind of steep, right in front of you. I used to have to cross that, and that's where my barracks used to be at. But Tom said his barracks used to be, where would it be on the screen?
Yeah, you're pretty close. It's hard to tell here, but you had to come across for every meal.
Yeah.
And Galley was just just went across one of those big concrete grinders or whatever they call them.
You see how brutal our boot camp was?
Oh,
Look at that.
terrible.
Look at that. I mean, being able to have that kind of view while you're doing push-ups, come on. That's torture. Or those ladies that used to go on the sailboat with the bikinis underneath the bridge, screaming at boot camps. We love you. Thanks for your service. You're like, oh my God. All right, so let's go walk towards the ship. So this is where we were having our debate. So this is where me and Tom are having our debate on what was inside the ship. And we're trying to figure out.
We'd have to talk to some old timers like us to find out. But Marion claims that he went through the gas chamber inside of this ship, in a room in this ship.
Yeah.
And I do not recall. I was in boot camp just a couple months after he was. I don't recall that at all, but we both agree that there was a phone center inside of here, which I thought was pretty interesting. I called home to my parents after being in boot camp and said, hey, I'm calling you from inside of a ship.
now it's normal to do that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Back then, you couldn't do it. Now they got. So here's the ship. Look at that. So let's show them where we think the cell phone or the phone center's at.
Well, yeah, no cell phone. That was 1991.
Yeah, there was no cell phone back then.
Yeah,
So
I don't know how we ever got a hold of anybody.
I don't know if it's just my old age or I can't remember, but that first door that you see right there, I thought that's where the phone center was. Or is that the gas chamber? I'm telling you, in the ship there was a gas chamber. I was inhaling some poisonous crap.
I recall completely different. I don't recall going through the gas chamber. I remember being close to this ship, but not doing it in a room in this ship. But I do remember the phone center being here. Whatever door it was in, I don't really.
There's several doors to this place, and I know one of them is the phone center. I know that for a fact. And I remember this ship is where we had to do the DC Olympics, or no?
Yeah, they did some training on little basic line handling and using the sound powered phones. And did we play with the firefighting equipment?
I think so.
I don't remember it exactly. That's another thing that Marion and I were talking about, that we get a little like hazy memory about it, not because they were good memories, just because boot camp is kind of like a stressful time. So I think we kind of forget some things.
Yeah, they said, what's the name of the ship? USS Recruit. Let's walk them in the back.
Yeah, there's two of them that from my understanding, you have this one and one in Great Lakes, Illinois, called the USS Neversail, but I'm not sure.
Like this guy says, in 1991 I was neck. It's all right. We'll get back in there.
Yeah, the A65. It was probably A6 intruders.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you are pretty squadron. How many squadrons have you been stationed to?
Oh,
Or with?
I'd have to think half a dozen.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You got all their patches and everything?
Yeah, I got hats and patches and all that stuff that you can't get rid of, but it doesn't. It's not no use in having them,
Yeah.
right? I don't like stuff like that. I like it and I dislike it at the same time.
Do you have flight jacket with the patches on there?
I have two of those green flight jackets, but I don't have any. I don't do patches.
Yeah. Flat.
I'm using the front and the back, but I don't like the patches on the flight jacket.
Here, let me show you this door real quick. I swear, this is where the gas chamber was. This guy goes, hey, CJ goes, in 1991 I was a sophomore in high school.
Oh,
What the hell?
Well, that's not too bad. At least you're alive.
Yeah.
Eh,
So this door, I'm assuming, or as I recall, I thought this was where the gas chamber was at. But we're gonna do a research. Oh yeah, let's show them this. Check it out.
Oh, it says there was 3 of them built.
3 USS Recruit. Oh, it's a 2/3 scale. What? So there you go. But it doesn't say what's in there, huh? That's how shady the military was. It's like, go in there, promise. Do you still remember your general orders?
Is that, you getting questioned?
No, that's me.
Oh, okay. I thought someone was calling you out on them.
Pat Ring says A6.
Yeah, A6 intruder. Nice.
91, I was in grade 4. What the? 1991, I was in grade 4.
Another one. Thank you. At least you're alive. You're not making us feel too old.
Yeah. So does that make him a millennial? Millennial?
No, it would be
Generation. I know we're Generation X. I know that.
Well,
I mean,
91 was
we
in grade
didn't-
4. He was born in the 80s.
Yeah.
Child of the 80s. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Because what is it? Our generation is Generation X. I remember that. We made skateboarding look cool, snowboarding look cool, BMX, X Games. That was our generation. This generation.
Not that either one of us had anything to do with any of that.
No. I did snowboard though.
Oh, okay.
I did snowboard with Sean White when he was like grade school, junior high. Yeah, he was a little show off when he was younger.
I'm like the same age as Tony Hawk, but I can't skateboard for crap. I can ride my motorcycle, and that's about it.
You should have had a motorcycle video game. You
Yeah,
would have been a millionaire.
Not
Wouldn't
me.
No. Hey, so give you a view of the name of the ship. USS Recruit. Do you remember throwing like lines?
Yeah. I think I was down here, and they threw the lines down, and then I had to
Yeah.
put them on these.
Did you get hit by the orange ball?
No.
I did. That shit almost knocked me out.
Good. That's a good way to start your Navy career.
I know, right? Get hit as a recruit. Like, what the? See? Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I was just focused on the other group. When they were doing theirs, we're like, we're next. The next thing you know, like, we were next like a minute ago. You know what I mean? And I wasn't.
Missed your turn.
Yeah. And I got hit with that orange ball. Because they used to throw the orange ball first with that thin line.
Yeah.
And then you pull it, and then the rope comes with it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think you had to be in the Navy to really understand what we're
And
talking
like,
about.
if we were really in the Navy, we could probably read what all those flags say. Up
Oh,
there.
yeah. What does? Yeah. The last time I knew how to read a flag was when I was working on my surface warfare.
Yeah. I'd have to take a picture and look at it. I'm not.
I used to have the chart
Oh,
for it.
I know what it says.
What does it say?
It says USS Recruit.
Oh, damn. You're a genius.
See, because the top one up there is the white and the red,
Yeah.
and then there's two that are the same.
Yeah.
And then if you look down here to the RECRU, that's the same as the U up there. So I'm using my
No, that makes sense, though.
using
That
my
makes sense.
powers of deduction here to say that it says USS Recruit.
Yeah. Yeah, because where the U is, there's actually one right there.
Yeah.
What genius? You know what? I wouldn't doubt it though. I wouldn't doubt it.
No, I'm right.
You're right. You're right.
That's what it says.
Damn. See, look at that. See, you didn't even have to come to San Diego and fly all the way here, spend all that money just to go see this ship.
Yeah, but if you're coming to San Diego for a vacation and you've never been here, this is probably not high on your list of things to see. But if you happen to be in the area, it's kind of neat. And there's a couple restaurants you could eat at here that are pretty good. So
Yeah.
it's just a neat little area of town. You got the
See the Ogies? That's where we just had lunch.
you got the Harbor Island and Shelter Island across the street. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can spend a day right here.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
The cool thing is the airport is not even a mile away. It's actually like right there.
Yeah, we're bordering right on the airport.
Yeah, that's the airport right there. Yeah, because I remember, well, I know the airport's there, but I remember we got on the bus and like it didn't even last 5 minutes when we were, you're here, you're like, what?
Your last minutes of freedom.
Yeah, it's like I didn't even catch my breath yet. Yeah, I just like how nice they were to us at the airport. Oh, come on in, get in the bus.
Well, I thought it was pretty neat. I don't know about you, but so we got off and they said go to the USO and wait there. Okay, so we're at the USO and it was us, like me and 6 or 8 or 10 other guys, whatever, and then there was some Marines right there with us. So the Marine bus up first is a white van. I remember it. And this guy got out in camis and just is immediately yelling at these young men who had no idea what the Marine Corps was about, besides, you know, that they joined up and all that, but they had no exposure to it. And they're immediately getting yelled at. And it's like, oh no. And then ours comes up and this guy's like, hey, you guys here to go to boot camp? Yeah. Okay, come on, get in here, I'm gonna take you. And yeah, just like you said, it was so nice. Then as soon as we got here, then they yelled at us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they were yelling at the Marines right at the airport.
Yeah.
In front of everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Did you arrive during the day or night?
I got here in the evening, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because when I arrived, it was like dinner was already done. I was like starving, but you know, they weren't gonna feed you. And then everyone started to get cold, you know, because sometimes it gets chilly at night.
Sure.
To me, I get chilly now, but when I first got here, coming from Alaska,
Nothing.
I was the only one sweating. They're like, hey, are you sick? They thought I was sick because I was sweating. I was like, no, it's hot. They're like, no, it's cold. I'm like, no, it's freaking hot.
Yeah.
And then they go, where are you from? I said, Alaska. They're like, oh, shit.
I had the same thing. Yeah, growing up in Minnesota, I came here and I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah. But did you ever thought when you were forced to do push-ups and all that, did you ever thought you would retire here in San Diego? At any time in your life?
No, I mean, I didn't even think I would end up back here. I figured
Really?
I went to boot camp here. Who knows where I'm going to end up?
No.
No. You spent most of your career or all of it here? Big
I'd
chunk of it?
Yeah, big chunk. I'd say 75% of my career was San Diego.
Yeah, I spent every duty station was here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Lucky.
Just worked out that way, but
No, I've been like Florida. I've been to Japan, things like that. But yeah, this is it's now a park. Let me show you. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. They left an anchor. I wonder if they purposely detached it.
yeah, I think it's just for looks, huh?
You think so?
Or some kids came here and
No, I know. They were able to move all that. Look at that anchor. That's crazy. Yeah, it's weird when you like reminisce. You go back.
pretty heavy.
Is it? Yeah. This is the nicer part of San Diego. No one's really gonna mess with.
Take an anchor.
I don't know. It sure would look good in my yard, but I can't even carry that. I can't even carry my own shoes. No. See, look at that. It's a beautiful. I just like this view. Hey, can we walk on top of the
geez.
bridge?
Who said we were taking a stroll down memory lane? They called it. Huh?
Yeah. I just like this is a hotel though. That's a hotel now. That's a hotel. I can't remember what it used to be. I don't
I don't
remember.
know if there was much of anything
Yeah.
right here.
All I know is there was a lot of grinder. Is
Yeah.
that what they used to call it? Grinder?
You had to run everywhere, except you couldn't run over this bridge. That's why I said I know they redid this bridge because they said the bridge was condemned when I went through.
Yeah.
So I know they redid it.
The only reason I remember this bridge is I remember how steep it is. Look how steep that is. And I remember like to go eat, to go to medical, to go to church, to learn that marching formation.
Yeah.
We had to cross the bridge coming towards us. And then going over there was where our barracks, our sleeping quarters were
You
at.
had the old barracks. See, they redid the bridge. I told you, 1993.
Oh.
This is a new bridge.
So this is after they kicked us all out.
Yeah. They redid this and they closed the place down.
Yeah. How else are you going to spend tax money? You got to learn to waste it. Yeah. So that other bridge right here, that's Harbor Drive. That leads you to the airport.
You can see NAS North Island across the bay.
Yep. And I remember people used to sailboat right here. And here you are like marching, trying to look forward, and then there's like sailboats with bikinis and, you know, women like, I love you. They just wanted our TRICARE.
Free medical.
Free medical. Yeah. So
10 degrees cooler on the bridge.
yeah, it's windy. I wish there was a flag here to. Hold on. Let me zoom in and see if you guys can see that sign, the airport sign. See it? I'm so shaky. But yeah, that's the airport. So that tells you like how close we were as soon as we landed in San Diego for boot camp.
Did you ever have to do push-ups with the airplanes flying over? Like they'd say, oh.
Yep. Till the next, you don't stop until the next plane flies over. Yeah, that was brutal. Yeah. You know, the disappointing part was I came in the best shape of my life. And then the only thing I really, like majority of the things I learned was how to fold my own clothes.
Yeah, you know how to fold your socks
Yeah.
and underwear.
How to make my boots really shiny black. You know?
I've forgotten that winter.
Yeah.
Scott?
I remember them yelling at me. It's like, I remember them yelling at me saying, hey, what's wrong with you? Don't you know anything? It's like, how do you not know how to fold your clothes? And my dumb ass said, oh, my clothes.
Oh, no.
Next thing you know, I was taken outside. So I was like, oh,
Your mom's not here anymore.
yeah. Keep on doing push-ups. Yeah, but you can almost see what they're turning it into. There's a huge mall, like where that big flag is at right there. I'll probably do an episode where I'm just showing everyone this whole place. So where that big flag is, there's a mall there. What do you think, apartments on this one at the
It's
end?
probably housing, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
apartments
don't
or
know if I
hotel.
want to live that close to the airport, but
Yeah.
maybe it's businesses. Who knows?
They used to be our barracks. That's crazy, huh?
Well, some of those buildings are still barracks, right? Those yellow ones there.
I think
I
so.
think those are old Navy buildings.
Yeah.
And wait, you can see this one peeking out over here. But they've been doing firefighting training in them.
What? Really?
Yeah, if you look, there's a firefighting company, and they've been doing training in them. I don't know if they're lighting them on fire or not, but they're going in there and
Using it for rescue practice
yeah,
or something?
probably.
That is crazy. Let's see what they're saying. Remember building USS Enterprise mode as a kid? My favorite carrier. Coronado Rocks. Oh, Coronado's your place, huh? Coronado Rocks, base nearby. Yeah, Tom is a Coronado expert. Oh, do you guys miss the good old days?
They're bad old days. I like
Yeah.
today's days.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't say like miss it. I kind of like where I am in life, though.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind having my my feet and my knees and my weight from those days, I guess.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind
I
having
was-
my body in my 20s.
If I was in better shape but knew what I know now, yeah.
Yeah. And all the stupid we volunteered, yeah, I would have said no. I didn't know you couldn't say no back then.
Just said yes to everything.
Yes, chief. Yes, chief. That's all I remember. Like, I didn't know you were allowed to say no. But these kids now, they know when to say no.
Yeah,
They're like,
they
"Yeah.
do.
I'll call my congressman.
Messed
Like,
that
what?
up. Yeah, there was a dude on a kayak up in here.
Oh. Is he underneath?
Probably, because he was on the other side. But,
Oh.
yeah,
Hey.
I remember that. Like you said, you'd go over here and people would be on the boats.
Yeah.
Or like these, there's a couple of folks sitting over here just BSing.
Yeah. Oh, look at those young kids on the bridge. What would you do if we were like filming like this and all of a sudden we see one guy jump out? Like, what the? Yeah, we should take him to the Coronado Bridge. That's where people jump off at.
Well, you missed your opportunity to walk across it during the run.
Oh, I should have done. Did you do that run?
No, I didn't do it this year. I've done it before. It's about a 5-mile run.
5-mile run.
Well, run, walk. You don't have to run it.
Oh, let's look at the airport. There's the plane. Do I even have the plane in my shot? I think so. I think I got the plane in my shot. I can't see it anymore. But yeah, the airport's always flying here. All right, this is it. So I did record the ceremony, the pinning ceremony.
Advancement.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go live because the guy's shy. He's shy, but Tom's not shy.
What? I was. I thought I told you I was.
I forgot. I'm paying you for this one.
No, I bought lunch last time, and then you didn't buy lunch this time.
Oh yeah.
I bought my own.
What'd you order?
I had a Baja sandwich. It was called. It was chicken with Monterey Jack cheese and avocado and jalapeno. It was really good.
All I did order was chicken wings. But then,
Someone ordered 2 pizzas.
yeah, that was Caesar, the one next to me.
Yeah.
He ordered 2 pizzas. I was like, shit, if I knew you ordered 2 pizzas, I wouldn't have ordered my chicken.
Maybe he was ordering for dinner too.
Yeah, he said he was gonna bring it to his kids, but I'm like, how many kids you got? I think he only has 2 boys. Can't be that hard. No, there was only like one whole pizza. Like if you put the pizza together,
It was over a whole pizza.
Yeah.
leg. Yeah.
I'd say like pizza and a half.
Well, I would have ate the pizza too if I would have known, but
Yeah.
that's all right. I didn't come here to get free food. I came here to see our friend
Yeah.
get his advancement.
Yeah, you guys advancement. I'll piece the video together. I think you'll like it. But other than that, hey, we're gonna head out. But I want to tell you guys that this Friday night, you want to make it
Yeah,
Friday
probably
night?
Friday-ish, sure.
So Friday night. Let me fast forward real quick. Monday, he's going to leave for his trip. He's gonna be gone 6 to 8 weeks.
Well, I don't have a return date.
Oh, he doesn't have a return date. See.
I'm going until I decide to come home.
Yeah, so this is typical Tom. He's retired, so he just hops on his motorcycle and he's gonna take off and ride it to Alaska.
Yeah, I'm going. I got my daughter in Anchorage,
Okay.
and then I've always thought it'd be pretty cool to ride across the Arctic Circle, just to say I've done it. So that's about 850 miles north of Anchorage. So I want to get that, just to, been there, done that type of a thing. And then on the way home, I'm just gonna do what I want.
So what we want to do Friday is we're gonna get together and I'm gonna help him create like a YouTube channel. He already has a YouTube channel, but we're gonna give him like a YouTube name. I think there were some people that were giving suggestions. So if you have any suggestion on what Tom's YouTube name should be, just write it down below. So you're a mechanic, you like to fix cars, motorcycle, and he likes to cook bread. That's the weirdest part of your channel. It's like you got this manly man that likes to get his hands dirty,
Well, I
but then
desserts is actually my favorite thing to make.
and if
But I
you
have
know,
a really bad sweet tooth. I could eat desserts all the time.
yeah, that's true. The weird thing is, if you wake up like 4:30 in the morning, he posts these things on Facebook of the bread that he just made, and some of the bread takes how many hours to make?
Well, when I start to do the cooking portion of it, it's about 2 hours. It's
2
12
hours?
12 hours minimum for it to for the yeast to proof.
Oh,
So you got to proof the yeast, and then you got to pull it out, fold it once or twice, and then it has to do a second proof, and you heat the oven up.
yeah.
So from from the second proof, it's 2 hours. So if you see bread coming out at 5, that means I was up at 3.
Damn, that's crazy. And he's retired. You're supposed to be asleep around that time.
Well, I wake up, I want to do something. Plus, I like bread ready for the wife. She doesn't eat bread.
So that's all you. Look, I wanted to go do some sour. Wait, what? When sourdough, the first starter I was finished.
Oh yeah, sourdough is definitely a challenge. I'm not gonna do sourdough because you have to stay on it. I couldn't be on a trip like this. My sourdough starter would be destroyed.
Oh really?
Yeah, you have to be on the sourdough every day. It's pretty neat though. because you don't need yeast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe one of these days when I know I'm not going to be traveling, I'll try sourdough. But it's a lot harder.
Should we tell them what the potential name might be?
Well, sure, yeah. My sister suggested to do Tinkering with Tom. So that sums it up pretty good, because I do like to tinker on pretty much everything.
So you're not like me where I tinker and then I break it and then I call Tom.
Well, you have a Tinkering with Tom to come over and help you, so that's okay.
Yeah, based on my wife, I'm not allowed to touch anything or try to fix anything.
I like it when you try, because then I get to come over and save the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes you look good.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, why can't you be like Tom? Yeah. No, I'm serious. I get that. It's like, why can't you be like Tom? Like,
Because you don't have to. You got me.
Yeah, it's like I tried. I didn't know it wasn't supposed to go like that.
Yeah, well.
What am I supposed to do with these extra parts? Let's walk down the bridge.
You're just simplifying.
Yeah.
Less parts makes it easier.
That's what I'm assuming those extra parts were for spare parts.
Yeah, well, they are now.
They are.
And,
Yeah.
you know, if it works without those parts, then you probably improved it.
Yeah. I saved them cost.
That's right.
Yeah. That's crazy. All right. Give you one last view. Water. Of course, Navy. USS Recruit. Look at that beautiful view. Look at that.
Nice,
You see that?
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Hotel. Bridge. Airplane. Look at that. Airport. Look at that. All right, we're heading out. Hey, join us Friday night. We're gonna get together. We're gonna set up Tom's channel because I want him to. What was that word you used? Document? No.
Sure, yeah, document.
Document? No, you said another one. That was really good.
You like it? I'll think of it. But anyway,
It's like,
do some follow up on my trip.
yeah, on his trip, he's gonna try to do some live video, recorded videos, just to document your trip. I swear you said a better word. I just got to remember what. It's almost like vlogging, but it's more of a like recording his
How
trip.
about we just do a recap of the day's events? How about that?
Yeah,
How's that
there
sound?
you go. That way we can all keep an eye on him, make sure he makes it back all right. That's the only reason I'm doing it, because I want to keep an eye on his ass, make sure he makes it and he's
I
fine.
want to come back. I might just enjoy it, stay on the road for a long time.
So, like, in your mind, what do you think you'll be doing in your channel? Like, let's say it's 8 o'clock at night, you're getting tired, you pull over on a campsite,
Well,
turn on your
If I'm
camera.
going to be doing this for my trip, then I would just cover what I did and what I saw in the day, and then what my plans are for the next day. Something along those lines.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm new to this, so
And we'll talk more about it Friday, right? We'll have like more
Sure.
detail.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So join us. I'll put his link below as soon as I get home, because after I turn this off, I'm going home. I got to fight the San Diego traffic. He rides a motorcycle because he could split lanes and avoid traffic. Me, I'm stuck in traffic. But I will put his channel link below. It doesn't have a real name yet, but the channel's there because
We'll
you
work
have a
on it.
Gmail. Yeah.
I don't have any videos posted either. So
Yeah, no
nothing
videos.
exciting.
But in the meantime, before Friday, come up with some cool name for Tom's channel, and we'd appreciate it. And if we do find a name, I don't know, maybe I'll mail you a cutting board.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I've been giving away these cutting board. It's called Lo de Mexico.
I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll give that away if someone has a cool name for
There
it.
you go.
And if we pick it, I'm mailing one to you. At no cost. There's no drawing. I'll just mail it to you. I'll contact you if I like the name. If we like the name, we'll contact you and I'll give you my email address. You give me your mailing address, and boom, I'm shipping it to you. All right? So we're going to head out. Thank you for joining, as always. Well, no, I'm not going to put the ingredients in the description
No
below.
ingredients in the description.
No, that's normally like what I would say.
Just
Put the-
one part of thank you.
Yeah. One part. See you Friday night.
Deuces.
Bye.